Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of EastEnders can expect a thrilling week full of new characters, romance, and turmoil for Whitney Dean next week. After 16 years, Whitney will shortly quit the BBC soap opera. The date of the last episode is still unknown. Next week, though, the pregnant character is in peril when she goes into labor while imprisoned in a taco van. Junior Knight, the estranged son of George Knight, will eventually be introduced to us somewhere when he gets to Walford. He quickly falls into trouble after having an intimate relationship with another show resident. Fans are hopeful that a former couple would reconcile, since there may finally be a reunion for them. These are the major events that will transpire on the BBC soap opera this coming week. Drama surrounding Whitney's birth. Next week, EastEnders audiences will see baby drama as Whitney goes into labor at the most inconvenient time. The protagonist appears to be angry with her stepmother Bianca Jackson and to be in conflict with her friend Lauren Branning. Although Penny Branning appears eager to help Lauren and Whitney resolve their disagreements, her attempts put the expectant character in danger. Whitney is still unaware that Lauren had an affair with Zach Hudson, Lauren's partner, and Bianca is running away. As Lauren assists with Whitney and Zach's stag and hen do festivities, Bianca is enraged that she appears to be a saint. Lauren is given a deadline by her: either tell Whitney the truth or she will. Whitney ends up bottling the romance with Zach and doesn't tell Lauren, but Lauren starts sowing doubts about it. However, it appears that her remarks agitate Whitney, leading to a falling out. When Whitney's waters burst, Lauren's cousin Penny locks them both in a taco van to force them to chat. When Whitney goes into labor, she worries that they will be stuck in the van while she gives birth. Their cries for assistance go unnoticed, Penny has fled, and Lauren's phone dies, making it impossible for them to get assistance. Lauren stops dead in her tracks as she is about to tell Whitney the truth about her and Zach. Zach tries to find Whitney after she goes missing in the meantime, but he becomes sidetracked quickly. Will he find them both in time? Next week, EastEnders will include dramatic scenes as George Knight's son Junior makes his long-awaited debut. It was recently disclosed that actor Micah Balfour had been cast for the role of Junior in the popular BBC One soap opera, and that Junior was on his way to Walford. Nonetheless, rumors circulated that Junior is concealing something, and managers are mum about what brought him to Walford and the reason for his rift with George. This week's scenes will see George experience vertigo from his recent fights, nearly passing out. Phil Mitchell and his ex-girlfriend Cindy Beale push him to visit the hospital, where he is tested. At that point, George has a CAT scan from the doctors, who find that he has a brain ailment connected to frequent head trauma. He is in serious danger as a result of the bouts and his injuries, and one more battle could endanger his life. The doctor warns George to cease what he's doing since one blow to the head could kill him. Next week, Cindy discloses that George is prepared for a fight since the Night women try to talk him out of it, but he doesn't budge. While Anna tries at the last minute to break up the fight and leaves a message for Junior, Gina tries in vain to blackmail George out of the fight. Later in the week, George calls off the fight because he is shocked to see Junior in person, suggesting Anna's plan is working. Later on, Junior settles at Albert Square and has an unanticipated romantic relationship with a Walford resident. Junior feels uncomfortable at the Vic, so he thinks up an excuse to go and goes to Peggy's. Junior first meets Bianca Jackson at Peggy's. After they get along, they return to Bianca's and spend the night together. When George tells Junior everything about Eddie's trial and his true identity later in the week, Junior has even more reasons to be concerned. Two Walford icons may be getting back together on EastEnders, 21 years after they were married on the BBC soap opera. According to spoilers, the former couple calls their quits and then tries to get back together 6 years later by acting as a matchmaker. Many of their followers have long yearned for the couple to reunite after a turbulent past. About 6 years after Kat Slater discovered Alfie Moon's terrible treachery and destroyed their romance, the former couple is expected to get back together. The famous couple had a lot of ups and downs before then, even though they did manage to get their own spin-off show apart from Walford. While some viewers are excited for them to be back together and have called them relationship goals, others have not been sold on their reconciliation in recent years. Regardless of what viewers may think, spoilers suggest that they may eventually reconcile despite Alfie's cancer treatment. Since their divorce, the two have stayed close, with Kat supporting Alfie after he was diagnosed while she was divorcing Phil Mitchell. Even if she has previously said that they wouldn't get back together, it's obvious that sentiments still exist. Next week's spoilers indicate that, much to Alfie's surprise, Kat plans a celebratory dinner for him and his sons at Walford East after his hormone therapy treatment concludes. Tommy, Kat's kid, observes Alfie's actions toward her during the day and believes he still has feelings for her. Tommy inquires of stepfather Alfie about this and if he would like to reconcile with Kat, who is currently single. We don't know what Alfie says to him, but it's obvious that it motivates him to act. Tommy tries to set up Kat and Alfie later in the week, when he brings the twins home and leaves them by themselves. Will Kat and Alfie, however, be aware of his plans and share Tommy's desires? Lauren gets ready to spill the beans. They are, however, cut short when Whitney leaks. Faced with the possibility of giving birth in a taco trailer, Whitney becomes terrified. Lauren's phone is dead, so no one answers their calls for assistance. Zach is searching for his fiancée in the meantime, but he quickly becomes sidetracked by the stag festivities. Whitney is going to give birth in a van with tacos. However, Penny takes matters into her own hands and locks them in the taco truck to solve their problems because it's Whitney's hen do. She believes they'll come out and dance the night away when they're ready. However, things don't work out that way. When Whitney's waters rupture, the situation takes an even more dramatic turn, with Jacqueline revealing that Lauren's mind is racing with so many different ideas at that precise moment. The first is that she has to try to keep Whitney calm, and the second is that they need to get out of there because they don't want Whitney to have a baby in a taco van, she said. She may give birth to Whitney's child after having a sexual relationship with her fiancé, which is a terrifying possibility. But in the end, Whitney and the baby's safety are all that matter to her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.